Hi friends. Earlier topic which we have discussed about data types in Python. So that's continuation. This is continuation of the session. So earlier we have discussed different data types like list, tuple, dictionary, set, or frozen set, or bool, whatever different data types we have discussed earlier. And this session we are going to talk about only the particular one data type, that is list. We'll talk one by one. So now I'm going to explain only about list data type. So let me take list. So what is a list? Again, I'm just going through a little about list itself. What is a list? List is and one of the data type in Python. So list accepts heterogeneous elements. It can accept data type like number, float, string, whatever data type, which we have already discussed in the earlier session. So it accepts heterogeneous elements, and they should be separated by comma, and list should be stored within square braces. This is second. And third behavior is list accepts duplicate elements. List is already indexed data type. The order will be preserved, so it is called order data type. It is when the order is preserved, we will have obviously we will have index for each element within the list. Okay, and lists are we are able to modify, so it is called as mutable data type. So in this session we are going to discuss more in detail about list data type here. Let me explain what we are going to discuss today. First, we are going to discuss how to access the list elements, how to modify the list elements, and how to access the list elements by using positive and as well as negative indexes. And, we are also going to discuss about positive and negative slicing concepts. What is slice? I'm going to explain. And next, we are going to talk about list functions like length, append, extend, insert, remove, pop, delete, clear, copy, count, index, reverse, and sort, and also how to add two different lists. So let's explain each and every function or each and every topic by taking one example here. Let me take one list equal to 12. I have taken different elements like 12, 22, 25, 12, 12. I have taken duplicates as well here. 13, 15, 65, 43, Python, which is a string. Again, 23.5 is a float. Now I'm going to modify. Let me take first thing, that is accessing from left to right as well as right to left. So let me take the same example here. Let me take example as L equal to 22, 22, 22, 15, 17.5, 45, Python, which is a string, again 95.5, which is a float again here. Now, always the index from left hand side to right hand side will be saved. I mean, positive index. I'm talking about positive indexes will be saved from 0. It starts from 0, starts with 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and so on from left hand side to right hand side. Similarly, from right to left, the index values will be saved, and negative indexes will be saved in within starts from -1 and not 0. Left hand side to right hand side, while talking about positive indexes, it starts from 0, whereas right to left, well, starting first index will be -1, this will be -2, this will be -3, and so on. So this is about negative indexes. When you want to access this particular element, we need to specify the particular index number, either for positive index number or its corresponding negative index number. For example, -1, -2, -3, -4, this is -5. So either we need to specify -5 or we need to specify +3. So let's print L of 3. If while printing this L of 3 value, then I will get, obviously I will get 15. The particular index value will be printed here. Or I need to consider -5 here itself. I'll get 15. Let's check it out how it is accessing the elements with using positive and negative indexes here. So let me take print L of, what is the value of 15 here? Let me count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when typing L of 6, it is taking 15, or similarly, if I take L of -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So when I take the -5, still it takes 15. So in both the cases, we are able to see the value. 15 is printed here while giving positive index or while giving negative index here. Okay. Let me take one more example for accessing. What is the second topic we are going to discuss here is modifying the elements. So let me modify the value 15 to Perl, or 15 to Java or something else here. Let me take the value 15 here. Value 15 is its position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So value is 6. Let me modify this 6 value to something like Perl here. So we'll type, once I modify, let me type the value of L, value of list again back. The 15 is saved to Perl. Similarly, when I modify the value of 15 with using negative index minus, what is the value of 15? Well, consider negative index, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So -5, I'm going to modify to Java. So still we can see 15 is replaced with Java here. So using index, we are able to modify, which we are talking about mutable concept again here. So this is nothing but modifying the elements. Okay. And the third thing which we are going to discuss about here is positive and negative, which already we have discussed now. And now we are going to talk about positive and negative slicing concepts here. So what is slice, first of all? So let me talk about slice. Generally, slice is nothing but subpart or substring or a piece of data here, or here a piece. Simply we can say a piece. Slice is nothing but a piece. So similarly, when I want to extract or when I want to access only particular piece of the list here, piece means here we can say sub part of the list, subset of a list. In that case, we have to go through slicing concept. Okay, slicing operator in Python is nothing but colon. So this is nothing but a slicing operator where we have to use this particular operator while extracting the particular slice of or subset of the complete list. For example, let me show here, print L of. When I take first this, obviously this is index number 0, this is index number 1, this is index number 2, this is index number 3, index number 4. Let me consider index number 3. So index number 3 is at position 0, 1, 2, and 3. So it starts from 12. And when I take this column after 3, it continues from 12. Which 12? 0, 1, 2, 3. So from here till the end, because I didn't give the end index. So let me give end index as 6. 0, 1, 2, 3. It starts from 3 because I have given start index as 3. Okay. Start index of 3 and end index as 6. That means it starts from 12 and 13. Let me count. 0, 1, 2, 3. 12, 4, 5, and 6. It should actually end at the value of 15. But why it is showing as 13 here? 12, and 13 it is showing in the output. Okay. So how it is showing that? So here we need to notice whatever the first index here, 3 is considered as start index position, whereas here 6 is end plus 1 position. So we need to notice while giving the n value here, okay, n value here, we need to take n minus 1. That means if we are taking 6, it should be 5 till 5. The output will be till 5 itself. For example, here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he started here 3, 4, 5. It should end till here itself. 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1. You have to consider 6 minus 1, which is nothing but it is 13 before 15. So this is called accessing using slicing concept. Okay. So slicing, when we take here, it is extracting the substring, subpart of the list. So this can be achieved by using slicing concept here. We have taken here, we should notice here we should notice the first thing is 3 is always less than 6, which means start index is lesser than end index. So this is start index and this is end index. If by chance of I have to, for example, I have taken start index as 6 and index as 3, which means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should start from 6, but where it should go? 3 is somewhere here. So it can't go backside. It should go or left hand side to right hand side while giving positive indexes. So it won't print anything. It will just print space. So with empty list here, it is not printing any kind of elements here. So the first condition we should understand is it should be start index should be less than end index. So that it prints from, it starts from 3 and it's end at 4 itself. 5 minus 1 is 4. So it prints 12, 12. This is while giving both positive indexes. Let me consider one positive and one negative indexes here itself. Let me take the same example I have taken here. Okay, I have taken this list and I have to try to print it out here. 2:7. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, starts from 12, and 7 means 7 minus 1. It should still print till 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should print till here. That is first thing we should notice. What is second thing which we are going to discuss is first value is greater than second value here. It just prints space. It won't print anything. List with 0 elements. This is second thing. Now we are going to discuss about third one, that is first minus value and second positive value. This is negative value and this is positive value. Now we need to concentrate more on this here. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and -7. So let me take this particular list here separately. So from here to here, this is nothing but -7. I am just writing this -7 value here. Now let me consider the end index, which is 5. Let's take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 ends here. 5 ends here itself. So what it is giving out is 12, 12.5, 12.6, and 15, which means if you consider -7, it is still here. And if you consider +5, it is taking from here to +5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, still here, 45. So as -7 ended here, so while taking positive value, you should consider from here itself, here to here. So it should 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till here. Remove these two because it is not there within -7 in these values. So you have to take 12, 12.6, and 5, 15. So 45 means it should be 45 minus 1 and n minus 1 index. So it should print till here, 12, 12.6, and 15 here. Okay, that is the output for first one. Third one. Let me take one more example here. We'll consider both negative indexes here. This should be within this range itself. For example, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and -7. So -7 is still here, whereas -8 means still here, which is out of this 7 range. For -8, it won't be printed here. It will print just space here. So let me take -7 and minus, within 7 range, I will take -6. So whether it is printing or not, yes, it is printing here. So within -7 range, when we're taking -6, it should be printed -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 here. Okay, but within 7 range, okay, so it is taking the other element, leftover element after -6, that is 12 plus 12. Let me take -5 here, then it is taking both 12 and 12.5 here. Okay, 12.6. Let me take -9 again, it is out of 7 range, so it will take, it won't print anything, it will print space here. Let me take -4, then it will print, starts from -7 index and end at -4 index, -1, -2, -3, -4 till here. So till here it should print. Yes, till there it's printing here. Okay, and next, so let me take one positive and complete negative index here. So here if you see -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and positive value is 1, 0, and 1 here. So what is it printing? It is printing as 30, 33, and 12. So -6, it is ended here itself. So leftover is 1, starts from 1 till end. End is here itself, because -6 values you need to extract and remove, throw it somewhere. For example, -6 values, you just throw it somewhere, or you just keep it aside and take from first value till 12. So it is getting 33 and 12 here. Hope this is something you got some idea. So if you practice more on this, you'll get more idea on this. So this is nothing but slicing concepts here. We have taken 2 values here. Let me print one more value using third value. Let me take 1:6. L of 1:6, and with some step value as 2. By default, when we observe here, I didn't mention any third value here. But what is this third value? Third value is considered as step here. This is nothing but step. Step or difference, we can say. Simply, we can say difference. So this difference is nothing but. So let me talk about this difference. By default, if you won't write anything, it will take as 1. As I wrote here with 2, it will jump, or it will add. So it is printing from 1 to 6, means it is nothing but 1 to 5. It prints from 1 first element to 5th indexed element. First element is this is 0, and this is first element. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't consider 6, because n minus 1. So till 5, and the difference is 2. So 33 will be printed, and after that 12 won't be printed. Again 12.6. Again 15 won't be printed. Again 45 will be printed. So if you consider here 13 and what plus 2, 13 is nothing but at the position. This is at the position 1. 1 plus 2. Plus 2 is nothing but third index. So second won't be printed. This won't be printed. Again this is plus 2. This is third index. Again after that this won't be printed. Again this is 5th index. So 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2. So this 2 is nothing but step or difference, we'll say. This 2 is difference. So if I won't write anything, it will treat as 1. So it keeps continuously printing from 33 to. Now I have mentioned 1 here. Even if I won't mention 1, default it will take as 1 itself. So you can just write 33, 12, 12.5, 12.6, and 15 and 45 here. Whereas this 1 is nothing but a step. So let me take negative step values here. So here I won't mention anything here. Let me talk about only single value here, single colon here. Let me take print L of colon. What is it? Colon says start index is 0, end index is n, whatever the elements, the complete number of elements, set of elements with present within list will be printed if you take only colon here. If you take here 5, that means starts from 0 and end at 5 minus 1, which is 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Till 15 you should print here. Yes, till 15 it is printing here, if you see. Okay. Similar, I mean, I take this column 5. Similarly, when I take this 2 is 2 left over here itself. So it takes from till end, second element till end. So from 12 to 98 it should print. So if you take 12 to 98, it's printing here. Okay. So this is about column without end element or without starting element or with both. If you remove both starting and ending elements, it prints whole the list. So let me consider about this one now. Let me take about this. So negative index, while mentioning negative index with 2 columns in front. So this says start index, this says end index. This particular thing, this particular area says about start index. This particular area tells about end index. So let me take both here. So start index is nothing, end index is nothing. That means complete list of elements will be printed, but in negative index, when I write the negative index step here, it considers from right to left. So it prints from 98, 49, it prints in the reverse order. 98, 49, 46. So this particular slicing concept with the reverse order will mostly help in our palindrome program, while reading elements from left to right and right to left should be equal. For example, this same slicing concept can be applicable for strings as well. Let me take one string as madam. See, if you read from left to right as well as right to left, this is nothing but as palindrome, because by reading from left to right is same as right to left. So let me take here, just read if s whole, slicing concepts here also, s complete string I have read double equal to s of colon minus 1. If both are equal, then print palindrome, else print not a palindrome. Now I have taken s equal to madam. Let me see whether it is printing pattern. Yes, s is pattern. Let me take Python. And it's giving here not a palindrome, because this is not a palindrome. Okay, so this program helps us to, in this program we have used the slicing concept, which is applicable for strings as well. So we are able to determine whether this given string is palindrome or not a palindrome. So here the slicing concept is helpful here itself. Some basics I have discussed about slicing concept. If you practice more, you will get more idea about this. So let me talk about different functions here, list functions. So let me consider length function. As you know, length function is, let me take one list here itself. Let me print length of L. Length function is just written as len of that particular data type which we want to find the length of the particular data type. We will mention that as here L. So here L is nothing but list here. So while to find the length of L, we'll write len of L. Len of L says the number of elements starts from 1, not 0. We have to count from 1. First element, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element, sixth element, seventh element, eighth element, ninth element, 10th element, and 11th element. So total 11 elements here. So this is first function. This is length function. The second one, append function. Let me take a list here. And one more list, I'm going to take one more list with L1 as 12, or simply let me take Perl, PHP, Java. Now I want to append this at the last position of L. So to do that, we have to take L dot append of L1, which means we are appending. We have used append function here, and we have taken this particular L1 new list within this append. Okay, so while writing this, we are appending to L. What we are appending? We are appending L with L1, which means these three elements will be added at the end of the list 1. Now we are going to print L. We can see these three particular elements are added at the end of the list. But how they are added? They are added into a complete list as a single element. Here, this complete list within a list. Our list starts from 12 and ends at 23.5. After 23.5, we have added this L1 as single list. This complete thing is added as single list. This is not a single list as single element. One list as an element. This is nothing but append. We can take only single argument inside append. Append accepts single argument. What is that single argument we have given here is L1. So let me take one element here, whether we will be able to add it or not. Let me check here. I'm taking 34 element here. It is adding as a single element here, but it is not considering as separate list here. But if I take more than one element, then it gives error because append takes only one single argument. We have given two arguments given here. So it won't consider. So if you want to add more than one element, we need to take it in a separate list here, and we need to mention that list here, L1. Now it is going to add, but problem is we are going to add as complete list here. 3 elements saved within a list, and that list is added as a single element here. Okay, so here append can be added. If I take single element, how it is adding? It is adding a normal element. But if I take multiple elements, it will be added as a list. If I give a list here, it is adding a list. Even if I give separate elements also, it is giving as a list here itself. Okay, this is about append. Now let's talk about extend here. After append, we are going to talk about extend. Okay, so just change this append to extend. Append to extend, if you see, you're getting attribute error list object has no attribute extend, which means here I have taken extend here. Okay, now you can see these two elements are not added as a single list element. These are added as separate elements, individual elements. That is the only difference between list and extend. So now let's take what is the difference between append and extend. Append adds elements as a single list at the end of parent list, whereas extend function adds elements as individual elements at the end of parent list. This is the thing which we should understand difference between append and extend. And while adding append and extend, both takes only single argument here. So if I try to add more than one element, still it is taking as individual elements and adding at the end. If I take as a single element as well, if I take single element, still it will add as separate. See the difference? It is adding as separate elements. This is considering P is considered a separate element, E is considered a separate element, R is considered a separate element here, and it is adding in this way here. Okay, this is nothing but about extend and append. Okay, and then next function which we are going to talk about is insert. So let me talk about insert here. I'm taking the same example here. When I want to insert, or when I want to put or keep some element between 25 and 12 or somewhere in the middle, then we have to use insert function. L dot insert of at what position. So you need to mention index. Insert function takes index as argument. So let me take index number. What is a 12 index number here? 0, 1, 2, 3. This is third. So add third index. I want to add, or at fourth index. Let me add at fourth index. I want to add Java. Let me print now. Print L Java. So between this 12 and this 12, we are able to add Java here. That means insert function is mainly used to insert an element in between particular indexes. Okay, this is called indexes or insert. Next, we are going to discuss about remove. So let me talk about remove here. L dot remove of particular element. So I need to mention here that element, which element we want to remove. That remove takes element as argument. Element as argument. Okay. So now if I print L here, print L. So it is removed. Python is removed. Okay. This is nothing but about remove. And the next thing we are going to discuss is pop. Pop can be discussed in two different ways. One is using index, one is without using index. L.pop. Now I didn't mention any argument. When no arguments mentioned within Python, when no arguments for pop, it removes last element. It removes last particular element from list. So which element is removed? It is shown here. So pop is removing 23.5, and after removing it returns that element and returns the removed element. Now while printing L, after removing 23.5, the leftover elements will be printed here while printing L. If we mention the particular index, if we take index as argument for pop, then the particular index number will be deleted. For example, then let me take pop of 5. When I mention index here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 13 will be removed, and after removing 13, the leftover elements will be printed. You cannot see 13 here, it is already removed. Okay, so this is about pop. So considering about delete, let's talk about delete here. Delete L off. Here also I can mention the index, particular index. I want to remove 5th index, which means again 13 I want to remove. After removing and printing L, again 13 is removed here. If you want to remove the complete list, just delete it. Just delete L. So that complete list is removed, and now it is showing there is no particular L is defined here. So that means this is removing of L. And the next concept we are going to discuss is about clear. So clear is nothing but it removes all elements. So L.clear removes all elements and it just prints empty list. All the elements are removed, cleared. Okay. And then this is about clear. And then about copy. When I want to copy the particular index to L1 equal to L.copy. So now I'm copying L list into L1. Now print L1, it takes all the copy. It just took all the copy of this. Now if you want to check ID of L, and also if you want to check ID of L1, as it is a copy, it will save in different memory location. So this is a copy. L is a copy of L, but it is saved in different memory location. Okay, so this is called a copy. We are talking about copy. After copy, we are going to discuss about count. Let me talk about count. Let me take L.count of. I am going to take about count of element 12 here. So 12, how many times it is repeated, it's showing. It is going to show here. So it is repeated 3 times. first occurrence, second occurrence, third occurrence. Total 3 times 12 is repeated here. So L dot count is 3 here. Okay. And the next thing is index. So let me talk about index here. Index is nothing but it says the index of that particular element. So L dot index of Python. Python it is at what index position? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Python is at index position number 9. So it is showing the index position. Okay. And the next one is reverse. So let me talk about reverse. So when we want to reverse, we can do in 2 different ways. So L dot reverse and print L. So if you do this, it is reversed. So this element is printed first and this element is printed second and so on. So you can do the same thing by using slicing concept, which you already know about this. So if you do like this, print L of colon minus 1, still it says the same thing, reversing. So you can either use reverse function or you can use it in this way. Okay. So this is what reverse. So in this way, we can see these are not in sorted order, but sort can be applicable only for either strings or either numbers or floats. Let me remove this string value. Now let me check whether this is in sorted order or not. No, this is not in a sorted order. So let me modify this to sorted. Okay. L dot sort. Now print L. You can see this has become in sorted order. This is about sorting function. Okay, let me take one more example. List equal to, I am taking only 3, 4 numbers here inside list, and after that one more list I am mentioning 23, 44, 56, 78 I have taken. After that one more list I have taken here 76, 54, and then 90. I have taken 3 different values here. Now I want to print this 54. How to get this? So let me take it. Print L of. As we know, index numbers. So let me take how the index numbers are counted here. This is 0th index. One second. Let me take it properly here. Okay. Okay. So here, if you consider here, this is 0. This is 1, first index position. This is second index position. This is third index position. This is index 4th position. And this whole together is at index 5th position. Not even till here, it will be till here. 5th index position. Again, inside that 5th index position, if I consider this will be again 0th index position. This will be again first index position. This will be again second index position, third index position. And this whole together is at 4th index position. So how to count this? How to get the value of this particular 54? Let me see. Let's check here. Check it out here. 0. So I'm just mentioning this complete together. What is the index of this complete together? As if you consider this complete together as a single element. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this whole together is considered as 5. Okay. So when I print this 5, let me print L of 5. It is printing the whole list starting from 23 to end to 90. Now let me take again from 0, 1, 2, 3, and this whole together is called 4. If I print like this, it should print only this particular index. Yes, it is printing 76, 54, and 90. Let me print only this particular 54, which is at 0th position, first position. So I need to take again one more index is 1. In this way, we can get 54th element. This is nothing but nested list concept. Okay. So let's talk about other data type in the next session. Hope this helps. This has helped you in achieving getting some knowledge about the data type list. Okay, and we have discussed already about different functions applicable on list, as well as we have discussed about indexing, slicing, accessing the elements, modifying the elements of the list. Hope this helps something about list data type. And if you have any kind of doubt, you can comment out here, or you hope. Thank you.